Second night in a row with some men's volleyball here in Lisle. The Benedictine Eagles welcome the number 4 ranked California Lutheran Kingsmen to town. The defending national champions get to go at it with Bennu on this Friday night. Andy Ockham here in the Dan and Ada Rice Center, thanking you so much as always for tuning in to tonight's presentation of Benedictine men's volleyball. 6-game winning streak for the Kingsmen entering tonight. They played an evening ago in River Forest against number 18 ranked Dominican. That one went 5 sets. They won it 3-2. Bennu here at home had a 5-set match of their own last night against Baldwin Wallace. 3-2 in favor of the Yellow Jackets. Bennu was up 2-1 after 3 sets. The Eagles 3-2 through 5 matches entering play tonight, and the Kingsmen are 7-1. The marathon of a week here continues from the Dan and Ada Rice Center. We had conference basketball on Wednesday night, volleyball last night, volleyball here tonight, and we got 3 tomorrow for you. Basketball conference action, the men and the women welcome Lakeland to town, and we'll end the day off at 7 o'clock. More men's volleyball, the Eagles hosting the Loris Dewhawks. Starting per usual for Benedictine, Spencer Van Eggen, along with Chris Radomski, Jacob Thomas, Owen O'Toole, Tucker Lambert, Jordan Cardenas serving as the libero this evening. Ben Weber, the first to serve for Cal Lutheran. He's on the floor with Keaton Hardy, Jordan Cooper, Michael Stahl, Boris Yorick. The libero is Braden Gonzalez. And Parker Brown, the senior middle blocker, rounds out the starting lineup for 9th-year head coach Kevin Judd. Thomas the first to play the serve. Van Engen a back set for Lambert. First point of the night goes to Benedictine. Xander Feudner in to serve for Benedictine. Was the libero through the first 2 sets last night. Cardenas swapped with him as the libero for the final 3, and a kill for Michael Stahl. Stahl, 12 kills on 32 total attacks last night against the Stars, hit .438. Played in all 5 sets. It is Parker Brown to serve. Running start for the senior to the back row, Cardenas. Van Engen near the net, setting up Chris Radomski. Deflected by the front row, the Kingsmen. Stahl winding up again, back-to-back kills for the grad student, Michael Stahl. It's his second season with the Cal Lutheran program, playing in his 141st set in his career as a Kingsman. Cardenas again to the middle, Van Engen. Back set, Cooper Armstrong, defended and again by the front row of Cal Lutheran. Stahl again on the near side, turned away by Thomas, and it stays in. It was Thomas and Radomski on the scene. We saw Connor Eyre check in last night to serve. He'll do the same here in the opening set. The running start for the freshman goes off the net. Thomas will come back in, Stahl to serve. 32 aces in the career for Michael Stahl. He's got 3 this season. 33 sets played in. Cal Lutheran looking at another run at the national title this year. As mentioned, 6 matches in a row they've won. They finished last year 26-5, taking down powerhouse Vassar in the Natty game. Radomski trying to go over the top, and he collects the point. It's the first title Cal Lutheran's program history. So now it'll be Cooper Armstrong serving for Benedictine. We're knotted up at 3 apiece. This is a weekend stretch. Armstrong some backspin. He had 2 aces last night, and he's got another to give Bennu the lead. And Trace Samaras leading the boat rowing right in front of the Benedictine bench. For Armstrong, 5 on the season, 32 in his career. Armstrong caught flat-footed there. The kill scored to Jordan Cooper. 116 on the season. He'll head back to serve. His 2-year career with the Kingsmen, Cooper already eclipsing 500 kills. Had 12 last night to get him over that mark. No too much on that one. Lead back to Benedictine. Feudner out for Tucker Lambert. It'll be Chris Radomski serving for Benedictine, who had 13 kills on 37 total attacks an evening ago. Chris getting some work in defensively, had 9 digs. High toss for Radomski. First to play in the back row, the libero Gonzalez to the middle for Boris Jurek, who lets one rip and collects his first kill of the match. Armstrong the first to play the serve. Vanningen for Owen O'Toole. Left that one a bit long. Back-to-back points for the Kingsmen. Jurek has played in 332 sets in his career, 4th season with this Cal Lutheran program. 51 career aces for the big man. So he sends that one out of play. Second service error of the set and match for Cal Lutheran. Owen O'Toole serving. Thomas and no libero, at least in this rally for the Eagles, as Cardenas subs out. O'Toole floating it over. Gonzalez there to receive. A front set up for Ben Weber. There's Tucker Lambert for the Eagles. Vanningen trying to place it himself. There's a point for Cal Lutheran. The 6 days in between matches for the Eagles after tomorrow against Loris. Friday night, Wittenberg to town, where the Eagles hit the road for 4 straight. Good pancake by Radomski to prevent the ace. Lambert swinging away with the right, defended by Gonzalez. And on the near side, 3rd kill for Michael Stahl. It is Keaton Hendry, the freshman center back, to serve. 292 assists, averaging over 8% entering tonight in his first year of collegiate volleyball. Getting it over with the right to Radomski. Vanningen for Lambert again. Dug out by Gonzalez. Weber on the far side, rejected by Spencer Vanningen. Benedictine within 1, Vanningen to serve. Vanningen off the net, each team with 2 service errors in this opening set. Ben Weber serving. Graduate outside hitter. Vanningen to Armstrong, who's on the near side. And a miss hit off the official. Gives another point to Cal Lutheran. He signals to the crowd that he's all right. Kingsmen lead at 9-7. That one got a good laugh out of BenU head coach Mike Stevens as well. Radomski setting up Vanningen. Armstrong floating it over, getting a handout on it. Gonzalez. Good work at the net. On the far side, Lambert and Thomas there. 4th kill, though, for Michael Stahl. Dialing it up early. And the Kingsmen with a lead nearly midway through this opening set. Thomas to Vanningen, right back to Jacob Thomas. Gonzalez all over it defensively for Cal Lutheran early. In the back row, Radomski. Vanningen, a high set for Cooper Armstrong, who will float it over. Weber gets that one from Keaton Hendry for the point. And a timeout taken by Benedictine. It is 12-7 Cal Lutheran in the opening set here from the Dan in Ada Rice Center.
At Benedictine University, we believe one person can make a huge difference in the world, that discovering your purpose is essential to success, that you should love what you do and be ready for anything, that a quality, values-based, well-rounded liberal arts education should be affordable. We believe that you should learn to think for yourself and not follow the crowd, that exposing yourself to diversity helps you be a better world citizen and provides more opportunities for you to grow while being of service to others, that the Benedictine values and hallmarks lead to a richer, fuller life, that you should spread your wings and be all you are meant to be. We believe that you are important enough to be known by name, nurtured, and supported while you figure all this out. At Benedictine University, we believe in you and make sure you receive an education with heart.
Out of the timeout, Cal Lutheran 12, Benedictine 7 from the Dan and Ada Rice Center. Andy Young returning to you for yet another presentation of Benedictine men's volleyball. Ben Weber, the server for the visitors, out of the timeout. For Benedictine, Spencer Vandengen back-setting Tucker Lambert, but out on the far side, turning it away is Jordan Cooper for the point. As mentioned, Cal Lutheran here in the Midwest for the weekend. They'll play 2 in Naperville tomorrow, just down the road, North Central and Nazareth University in a triangular. It's Cooper Armstrong collecting the kill for Benue on the near side. Then they'll play a top 25 team on Sunday, the Thornton Gymnasium. They'll take on 19th ranked Aurora. Xander Feudner in to serve for Benedictine. Had 3 assists and 5 digs last night, splitting his 5 sets between serving as the libero and a serving specialist in the back row. Too much on that one from Parker Brown, back-to-back Eagle points. Feudner, 19 aces in his career, playing in his 130th set as an Eagle. Right here to begin this match against the number 4 ranked team in the country. He'll target the libero Gonzalez. Stahl floating it over. They're going to say it was touched by the Eagles. Point back for the Kingsmen. It'll be Parker Brown to serve. Boris York back in for Cal Lutheran. No libero in this rally for the Kingsmen, with Braden Gonzalez checking out. Parker Brown in his second year at Cal Lutheran serving. Radomski deflecting the front row by Stahl. The freshman Headley for York in the middle, dug out by Cardenas. Vandengen setting up Radomski near the middle, who collects the kill. Aaron to serve for Benedictine off the bench. And rejected by Chris Radomski. Michael Stahl turned away. O'Toole there as well. Eagles within 3, 14-11 our score. The Headley in the middle, cross-court kill attempt for Cooper off the mark. Eagles looking to go on a run here. Narrowly getting that one over the net. Once again, Stahl, defended by Vandengen. Miscommunication by the Kingsmen. Weber calling everyone off. Stahl will give it a whirl again, and he's rejected by Cooper Armstrong. Eagles have collected the last 5, a chance to tie the set at 14 here. Gonzalez to Hendry, who sets up Jordan Cooper for the kill. Lee Thomas back in for Benedictine. Michael Stahl, the server. Lee Vandengen to Chris Radomski. Armstrong serving, a chance for the Eagles to tie the set. Gonzalez down to Anita, play it. Hjorek on the run, hanging up on the net, staying on the Eagles' side, and hit out a play by Radomski. The point awarded to Michael Stahl. Kingsman back up to Jordan Cooper, the server. 58 aces in his 2-year career with the Kingsmen. Armstrong the first one there. Radomski from Banningen. That connection looking pretty good here in the opening set. 4 kills for Chris Radomski. High toss for the righty. Radomski, deep serve to the back row for Gonzalez. It is Hjorek from Hendry. And he'll head back to serve with a 2-point lead. Connor Crawford, the junior right side, is in for the first time in this set. On the visiting side, Hjorek serves it off the net. Thomas in for Cardenas. Chance yet again for Benyu to tie it up. Owen O'Toole will serve. Both teams, as mentioned, coming off grueling 5-set matches last night. Narrowly getting that one over. A good serve from O'Toole. It is Weber out on the far side, perfectly placing it on the floor. O'Toole out for Cardenas. Keaton Hendry back to serve. A service error puts the set back within a point. Spencer Vanningen serving. Big swing of the right from the sophomore. Thomas all over that, turning it away. Big swing for Armstrong. We're tied at 18. Opportunity for the Eagles to get the lead for the first time since the opening point in this set and match. Hendry a front set for Stahl. Armstrong all over that one. And a free ball here, a front set over from Hendry. Vanningen. Crafty set up there for Armstrong, knocked out of play. Benyu has the lead. Vanningen sends that one out of play. We're tied at 19. Weber serving for the Kingsmen. Right there is Radomski. Vanningen, front set, Armstrong denied. Remains with the Eagles, the libero Cardenas setting up Tucker Lambert. And Benyu is the first to 20. Lambert will check out. A big serve coming up for Xander Feudner. Michael Stahl can't get that one to fall. It is Armstrong on the far side. Back-to-back, massive Eagle points. A timeout taken by the Kingsmen.
At Benedictine University, we believe one person can make a huge difference in the world, that discovering your purpose is essential to success, that you should love what you do and be ready for anything, that a quality, values-based, well-rounded liberal arts education should be affordable. We believe that you should learn to think for yourself and not follow the crowd, that exposing yourself to diversity helps you be a better world citizen and provides more opportunities for you to grow while being of service to others, that the Benedictine values and hallmarks lead to a richer, fuller life, that you should spread your wings and be all you are meant to be. We believe that you are important enough to be known by name, nurtured and supported while you figure all this out. At Benedictine University, we believe in you and make sure you receive an education with heart.
Benedictine with the advantage. Late on in this opening set, they lead the number 4 ranked California Lutheran Kingsmen 21-19. Antioch returning to you here at the Dan and Ada Rice Center. Xander Feudner remaining the server for the Eagles. They've gotten the last 2 points. Going to add on to that run here. It'll be Hendry setting up Jordan Cooper out of play. Eagles lead by 3, and they're 3 points away from taking this opening set. A lot of ranked opponents for Ben U. Baldwin Wallace came in last night ranked number 12. They took down number 18 North Central in 5 sets. The Christian Staple Battle of Chicago and Maple match on Saturday. A point back for the Kingsmen, courtesy of Parker Brown. Lee Brown back to serve. My goodness, was he efficient last night on the attack against Dominican. 8 kills, 11 total attacks, hit 727. Played in just 3 of those 5 sets. And again, a back set for Cooper Armstrong. Big time rejection for Jordan Cooper. Just like that, Eagles lead is shrunk to 1. On the floor for Ben U after Cooper Armstrong talking to the judge on the far side. He's on the floor with Vanningen, Thomas, the libero, Cardenas, Feudner, and Radomski occupy the back row. It is Cardenas to receive the serve. Vanningen a front set, Radomski floating that one over. Ben Weber setting it up for the Kingsmen to Jordan Cooper. We're tied at 22. And a timeout taken by the Eagles. 22-22, we're going to keep it here for this timeout. So you look at the team stats, individual stats as well, the key guys to look out for in this opening set. As mentioned, the ranked run continues. Loriska will come in tomorrow ranked number 11. 4 straight ranked opponents, all here at home for head coach Mike Stevens in his first season running the show at Benedictine. 2 different Eagles with 4 kills. That'd be Chris Radomski and Cooper Armstrong. For Cal Lutheran, 5 kills belong to Michael Stahl pacing the way. Looking at the team numbers, Ben U hitting 200, Cal Lutheran hitting 241. Only 1 ace in the match. That belongs to Cooper Armstrong on the Benedictine side. 14 kills for the Kingsmen, 10 for the Eagles. Now to the timeout. Parker Brown remaining the server for Cal Lutheran. He's on the floor with Keaton Hendry, Ben Weber, Jordan Cooper, Michael Stahl, and Boris Yorick. The libero, Jordan Cardenas, leading the way out for Benedictine, along with Feudner and Radomski in the back row per usual. Up front, it's Armstrong, Vanningen, and Thomas. Cardenas letting it go, but it stays in. First ace of the match for Cal Lutheran. They've gotten the last 4 points, and it's the 4th ace for Parker Brown this season. Momentum has swung back to the visiting side. It's time Radomski to play. He'll get it right back from Vanningen, kept alive by the Kingsmen. Weber for Stahl. Getting a hand on that, Feudner. Thomas over through the middle. High setup from Weber. Taking it out, Cardenas. There's Radomski. It'll be Cooper Armstrong to clear for Ben U. And the Eagles have tied it at 23. 5th kill of this set and the match for Cooper Armstrong. Owen O'Toole in. Connor Ayer will serve. Big spot for the freshman, very late into this opening set. Out on the far side, a cross-court kill for Jordan Cooper. It is set point for the Kingsmen. Stahl serving, sprawling out is Feudner in the back row. Vanningen for Chris Radomski. This set will go beyond the 25th point. Radomski and Armstrong continuing to lead the way for Bennu. Keaton Hendry back in the spot of Connor Crawford. And it is Cooper Armstrong to serve. You look at the last two nights, there's no Eagle you'd rather have serve right now than Cooper. A lot of spin on that toss. Cooper receiving it back from Hendry. Out of play. Advantage Bennu. It is set point for them. A timeout will be taken. We'll keep it here, 25-24. Just like that, a big serve coming up for Cooper Armstrong, who's got 3 aces in the last 2 matches, having one in this set, 2 coming last night against Baldwin Wallace. Eagles will hit the road for the first time all season. Talk about the upcoming schedule. Tomorrow night here against Loras. Next Friday, the 7th against Wittenberg. A triangular at Illinois Wesleyan on the 9th. There we'll take on the Titans and Wabash. Some conference action. Their first conference match coming on the road at IIT on the 11th. And then up in Kenosha. Should be a fun match against Carthage on Friday the 14th. But right now, the most important match is the one in front of us against Cal Lutheran. On the floor for the Kingsmen out of the timeout, the libero, Braden Gonzalez, the junior from Thousand Oaks, California, right in his hometown in his first season with this Cal Lutheran program. Joining him, Keaton Hendry, Michael Stahl, Boris Yorick, Jordan Cooper, and Ben Weber. Armstrong serving for the Eagles. He's on the floor with Feudner, O'Toole, Radomski, Vanningen, and the libero, Jordan Cardenas. Armstrong floating it over. Right there is Gonzalez. A front set for Yorick, dug out by Cardenas. O'Toole for Radomski. Stahl there as well. Hendry for Cooper, turned away, but out of play. We're knotted at 25. It'll be Cooper serving. Armstrong in the back row. Vanningen getting over on second touch. Spencer running over to get it to O'Toole, right in the middle of the floor. First kill of the match for O'Toole is a big one. Radomski will serve, an opportunity to give the Eagles this opening set. Big swing of the right for Radomski. Hendry for Weber on the far side, a cross-court kill. We play on at 26-all. Connor Crawford back in for Cal Lutheran. Boris Yorick will serve for the visitors. There it's Armstrong. Vanningen back-setting Radomski. Off the body of Yorick, point Eagles. Already 6 kills in the opening set for Chris Radomski. Once again, advantage Eagles. It'll be O'Toole serving. An intense opening to this non-conference match. O'Toole to Gonzalez. Hendry for Weber. 27-all. Keaton Hendry to serve. Cardenas digs it out. Vanningen flying in. Radomski defended by Gonzalez. It is Stahl on the near side, rejected by Tucker Lambert. Bennu once again presented with a chance to take this set. Spencer Vanningen will be their server. 28-27 Eagles. High toss for Vanningen with the right. In the middle for Hendry. Turned away by Thomas. And the Eagles take the opening set. 29-27. That is a big, big opening set for Benedictine. We'll be back in 2.5 minutes for set 2 from the Dan and Ada Rice Center. Ben comes out swinging and takes the opening set in this non-conference matchup against California Lutheran. 29-27 in the first set. We head to set two from the Dan and Ada Rice Center. Andy Yakum returning to here in the broadcast booth. Thank you so much, as always, for tuning into this presentation of Benedictine men's volleyball. Eagles hit 273 in the opening set. Cal Lutheran hit 200 on the nose. 5 kills apiece for Jordan Cooper and Michael Stahl leading the way for the Kingsmen. 4 kills on 6 attacks as well, coming from Ben Weber. For Benedictine, Chris Radomski and Cooper Armstrong leading the way per usual. Armstrong hitting 273 with 5 kills on 11 attacks. Radomski 6 kills on 12 attacks. And it'll be Xander Feudner with the opening serve in this second set. 14 ties, 6 lead changes. We continue to go back and forth. As mentioned, a high-profile team in the Kingsmen coming to town, winning last year's national title and having won their last 6. Feudner will begin the set on the floor with Spencer Vanningen, Cooper Armstrong, Jacob Thomas, Chris Radomski, and the libero Jordan Cardenas. And right away to the middle, per usual, Stahl gets that one from Hedry for the opening point. Ben Weber, the first server for the Kingsmen in this set. Big swing there from Jacob Thomas, and it will not be returned. He'll head out for Connor Eyre. O'Toole will check in as well for Benedictine. Out goes Cardenas. Braden Gonzalez targeted a lot on these serves. Libero the first to touch there, a front set. He's immediately there to defend it. 69 digs for Gonzalez entering tonight, averaging over 2%. Hanging up on the net with the left. Stahl gets it over. Vanningen to Radomski. How about that effort from Hendry? Air calling everyone off. It is Armstrong on the near side. The rally continues. Lee Jordan Cooper getting it beyond the back row, placing it where it needed to be. Back to a 2-1 Cal Lutheran lead. Parker Brown serving. He picked up a massive ace in the opening set. They made it 23-22 Kingsmen. They could not seal the deal, though. First to play it, Cardenas. Vanningen comes up to get it. We'll go to Armstrong. Hendry right at the net, sticking with it. Cooper back-to-back points for the Kingsmen. Already 7 kills for Jordan Cooper in this match. Parker Brown putting some backspin on it. Vanningen to Radomski. Good work by the front row of the Kingsmen. O'Toole gets it back, and the point is all his. Armstrong serving for the Eagles. Armstrong an ace as well in the opening set. Hendry for Stahl, deflected by the front row of the Eagles. Feudner calling everyone off. A high front set for Spencer Vanningen. Response here from Cooper. There's Armstrong in the back row for Ben Yu, but Jordan Cooper fights it off at the net and collects the point. Michael Stahl serving for the Kingsmen. Vanningen to Radomski. He caught Gonzalez flat-footed. A Lambert in for Feudner. Radomski serving for the Eagles. Cooper, the first one there for Cal Lutheran off the serve. Stahl on the far side, rejected. It is Lambert for Benny. Vanningen back to O'Toole again. Keeping it alive, Stahl. And Hendry sets up Spencer Vanningen perfectly. Right at the net. First kill of the match for the sophomore setter. Chris Radomski a chance to give the Eagles the lead here early on in this second set. A line drive serve to Cooper in the back row. He'll get it right back from Hendry. Radomski on the defense for Benyu. Far side setup, Tucker Lambert. Pure power. Five-4 Eagles. Tucker Lambert getting in on the action as well. He's got 3 kills in the match. Right there is Weber. And with the right, Matthew Wilcox is in for the first time in this match. Cardenas for Benyu. Vanningen flying in. Radomski can't clear the net. Back tied at 5, Jordan Cooper serving. Big time on the attack is Cooper so far this season, averaging 3.5 kills per set. Let's go with 10 aces on the campaign entering tonight. And you can see why he's so effective as a server. A line drive serve that sets up Wilcox perfectly to give Cal Lutheran the lead. Cooper again, Radomski keeps it alive. Armstrong for Lambert on the far side. Second kill of the set for Tucker Lambert. Owen O'Toole, the server for Benedictine. They lead this match 1-0, as you see in the top right-hand corner of your screen. Had to go beyond the 25th point. It was 29-27. And O'Toole serves it into the net. Matthew Wilcox, playing in his 20th set of this season, has 6 aces. 7 digs, 9 total blocks, played in 2 sets. Last night had 4 kills on 8 total attacks. Down to the shoestrings to play that one, Armstrong. Lambert again. Rinse and repeat for Tucker Lambert in this second set. It is Vanningen serving. Right there is Weber for the Kingsmen. A front set to Parker Brown off the body and down. For the first time in this match, the freshman setter Keaton Hendry serving in this second set. Did get a chance to serve in the opening set, I should say. There is Radomski. Vanningen to Armstrong this time. We are tied at 8. Feudner is in for Lambert. Xander serving for the second time in this set. And a great opportunity for the Eagles tonight to see one of the best teams in the nation in their house. They've responded to the challenge well thus far. Weber's the first one to play the Feudner serve. A front set for Stahl. Radomski on the defense. Vanningen into the middle for Thomas. Deflected to the back row. Weber turned away, no response. Jacob Thomas all over that one. Eagles now have the advantage in this second set. Near side for Stahl. As his 7th kill of the match. being his second here in the second set. Ben Weber serving. Will be the first to 10 in this set. And again, dialing it up, Radomski, rejected by Stahl for the point. (10-9) Kingsman. The Cardenas to Vanagon trying to get Thomas again, another block. It's Parker Brown and Jordan Cooper in on the action. Vanagon narrowly keeping that one on the Eagles' side. Now they're going to say he reached over. They'll award the point to the Kingsmen, who've gotten the last 4. Armstrong looking for an explanation. Same to be said for head coach Mike Stevens. Weber remains the server's gone on a good run here. Feudner in the back row. Cardenas setting up Radomski. Back with the Eagles. Armstrong on it and sets up Stahl. Timeout Eagles. 13-9 Cal Lutheran here in the second set. We'll be back in 60 seconds from the Dan and Ada Rice Center. Out of the timeout, it's still Ben Weber's serve for Cal Lutheran. The Kingsmen lead your Eagles 13-9 in this second set. Andy Ocker returning to you here from the Dan in Ada Rice Center. Matches 1-0 in favor of Ben U, and a well-used timeout there by Mike Stevens. Into the net from Weber. A tool in air, and it will be the freshman serving. Too much on that one. Back to a 4-point Kingsman lead. Parker Brown is their server. That one into the net. Two teams trade service errors. Armstrong back now for Benedictine. Armstrong spin on it as always, narrowly getting it over. Stahl well out there. Cooper on the near side clears it. Right at the net for Radomski. And the advantage to Benedictine on that rally. That one into the net. A sum here for the Kingsmen with Stahl back serving. Is Gavin Galansky. Feudner playing that serve. Is Radomski rejected by Galansky. Golansky into the net. Handful of service errors per side here in this second set. Eagles trail by 3. Lambert in for Feudner, Radomski to serve. Radomski trying to float it over into the net as well. Is Jordan Cooper as the server for the Kingsmen. Line drive serve, narrowly getting over. Lambert for Benedictine. His 4th kill of the set. Owen O'Toole to serve with the Eagles trailing by 3. Has 5 aces on the season, one of those coming last night. Right at the net, it's on the Eagles side. Lambert on the attack, dug out by Gonzalez. Stahl with the right, O'Toole there on the defense. Lambert going to try his luck again, right at the net, it's going to fall down. Have yourself a set, Tucker Lambert. Eagles within 2. At the middle for Golansky. Weber on the near side. Radomski on the defense. Golansky turned away by guess who? Tucker Lambert. A yellow card issued on Lambert. Eagles within 1, though O'Toole a chance to tie as the server here. Golansky for Weber on the defense there, O'Toole. That one off Lambert, point Kingsman. Matthew Wilcox, the sophomore, to serve. Cardenas, the libero, returning in for Benedictine. Vanningen trying to do it himself. Golansky for Stahl, back-to-back Kingsman points. Wilcox into the net. In this second set, 4 service errors for the Eagles, 3 for the Kingsmen. Golansky to Stahl. Back with the Kingsmen. Weber trying to pick a spot on the other side of the floor. Cardenas all over that one. Set over by Armstrong. But it is another Cal Lutheran point to the first of 20 and a timeout taken. So we thought that was the timeout whistle. Instead, we'll play on with Keaton Hendry serving. Vanningen floated over by Armstrong. Good defense, though, from Hendry. Once again, Radomski flying in. Dug out again by Hendry, but out of play. Big Eagle point there. The sub for Bennu is Xander Feudner in to serve in the spot of Tucker Lambert. Right on that one, Gonzalez. It'll be Cooper over. Vanningen setting up Thomas in the middle. Immediately sent back. Armstrong on the near side. Floating. Playing it on his knees. Gonzalez. Armstrong again. He will not be denied. Back-to-back Eagle points. And a timeout taken by Cal Lutheran. We'll be back in 60 seconds. It's 2019 Cal Lutheran here in the second set from the Dan and Ada Rice Center. Out of the timeout, it's Xander Feudner serving for Benedictine, a chance for the Eagles to tie this second set up at 20 apiece. And Yakima returning to you here in Lisle, a non-conference men's volleyball match tonight. Your Eagles battling the number 4 ranked Cal Lutheran Kingsmen. On the near side, set up for Michael Stahl. That was deflected out of play by the Eagles. Ben Weber now serving. 48 career aces entering tonight. Had 19 of them last season in their national championship run. Cardenas, the first one to gather. Vanningen to Armstrong. Defended by Weber. Here on the near side for Cooper in the back row, there's Xander Feudner. Vanningen setting up Radomski. Immediately sent back. Set over by Armstrong. Nobody there. 22-19 Cal Lutheran. Another timeout taken. We will keep it here, 22-19 Kingsmen. In this second set, the Eagles are hitting 135, Cal Lutheran at 258. Serving has been the issue on both sides. Each team with 4 service errors, no aces. Attacking as well, and you with 8 attack errors. To Cal Lutheran's 2. Look at the individual leaders. Already in double-digit kills for the Kingsmen. Michael Stahl's got 10 on 24 total attacks. He's hitting 250. Chris Radomski leading the way for Bennu with 9 kills on 22 total attacks. A 273 hitting percentage. Right behind him with 7 kills on 22 total attacks is Cooper Armstrong. 21 assists for Spencer Vanningen. 22, the primary setter of the Kingsmen offense, the freshman Keaton Hendry. Here we go. Weber remains the server out of the timeout. He's on the floor with the libero, Braden Gonzalez, Jordan Cooper, Michael Stahl, Parker Brown, and Hendry. For Benedictine, it is Cardenas, Feudner, Radomski, Armstrong, Vanningen, and Thomas. There is Vanningen at the net for Radomski. Rejected by Stahl, but out of play. A big point back for the Eagles. Aaron to serve for Benedictine, 22-20 the score. He's sent over by Cooper. Handing into O'Toole. The point will go to Parker Brown in the Kingsmen. Brown serving. Picked up an ace late on in the opening set. Went on that run where the Kingsmen got 4 straight to make it 23-22. Cardenas to Vanningen. Right back to Armstrong for the kill. Eagles need it most. Cooper Armstrong comes through and he'll serve. Armstrong floating it to the back row and Braden Gonzalez. It's at the net for Cooper. Not touched by Bennu. Back-to-back Eagle points. They trail by 1. Armstrong, Weber having to go down to get that one. Wilcox defended by Cardenas. It's with the Kingsmen. Stahl out on the far side. Was not touched. 3 straight Eagle points. We're tied at 23. And timeout taken by Cal Lutheran. (23-23). Don't go anywhere. Conclusion of this second set coming up in 60 seconds here in Lisle. Cal Lutheran the first out of the timeout. On the floor for the Kingsmen, their libero Braden Gonzalez, along with Ben Weber, Jordan Cooper, Matthew Wilcox, Michael Stahl, and Keaton Hendry. We're tied at 23. Cooper Armstrong to serve for Benedictine. He's joined by their libero Jordan Cardenas, along with Xander Feudner, Chris Radomski, Spencer Vanningen, and Owen O'Toole. 3 straight points for the Eagles. Once again, who will break first? It was 29-27 in the first set. Will we have to go beyond the 25th point? Here in set 2 is Owen O'Toole. Makes it set point for Benedictine. Can Cooper Armstrong finish off this run and complete the comeback? He's been the guy to have serving for the Eagles over the last 2 nights. And some backspin on it. Cooper the first one there. He'll get it right back from Hendry. Armstrong on the defense. Feudner calling everyone off. A high setup for Radomski. Sent back immediately. Vanningen to Radomski again. The Eagles get 5 straight points to close out this second set. They complete the comeback and lead the match 2-0. 25-23. We'll be back in 2.5 minutes. How about these Eagles? They got the number 4 ranked team in the nation on the ropes here tonight from the Dan and Ada Rice Center. It is 2-0 Benedictine through the first two sets here tonight of this non-conference men's volleyball match. Antioch returning to here in the Dan and Ada Rice Center. Cal Lutheran, the defending national champions, winners of their last 6 matches. They'll need to reverse sweep the Eagles tonight if they want to keep their winning streak alive. 29-27, Benedictine in the opening set. The Eagles coming back down 23-20, getting the final 5 points to take set 2, 25-23. There's Chris Radomski hitting .320, having 11 kills on 25 total attacks offensively for the Eagles. And the leader in the clubhouse for Cal Lutheran with 10 kills on 25 total attacks, Michael Stahl hitting .200. In that second set, neither team hit particularly well, both under 200. Benue at 182, Cal Lutheran at 162. The run with Cooper Armstrong as the Eagles server was all they needed to come back and steal the second set from the Kingsmen. Ben Weber to serve for Cal Lutheran to begin this third set. Radomski, the first one there for Benedictine. Vandengen to Armstrong. Pick it up right where he left off. Xander Feudner, the first server for Benedictine in this third set. Immediately go to Cooper in the back row. It is Stahl from Hendry for Cal Lutheran's first point in this third set. Wilcox serving. Cardenas was the first one there. Thomas floating it over. But returned by Cal Lutheran. Fanning into Thomas again. Deflected to Wilcox in the back row. Miscommunication. Wilcox running into Hardy. That was Cooper. Eagles back out in front. The all-time matchup history between these two schools in men's volleyball. Benue is 4-1. Haven't lost here at home against the Kingsmen. Last time they played, February 17th, 2023, nearly 2 years ago. It was 3-1 in favor of Cal Lutheran. The Kingsmen knotted up at 2. It'll be Gavin Golansky in for Keaton Hendry. Michael Stahl to serve. It goes to Armstrong. He'll get it right back from Vandengen, electing to float it over, and he collects the point. Kill number 10 for number 10, Cooper Armstrong. In this match, 3-2 Benue, Armstrong to serve. A line drive serve from Armstrong to Gonzalez in the middle for Hurick. The Kingsmen get one back. Jordan Cooper serving. 8 kills and 3 digs tonight. For the grad student in his second season with Cal Lutheran, he's got an ace. His 11th of the season, 59th in his career with the Kingsmen. The ace is followed up with an error into the net. Chris Radomski serving for Benedictine. Tucker Lambert back in for Xander Feudner. High toss for Radomski. Off the net, York stays with it. Golansky. Denied at the net by O'Toole and company. Tucker Lambert in there as well. Eagles have the lead back at 5-4. into the net from Radomski. Each team had 4 service errors in the second set. Each team has 1 already here in set 3. Boris Yorick back to serve. And too much on that one. Each team trading service errors. It is 6-5 Eagles. Cardenas will head out for Thomas. Owen O'Toole to serve. O'Toole in the middle. 24 total blocks on the season entering this evening's match. Had 7 of them last night. He'll immediately go to Braden Gonzalez. Good work there by Lambert and Thomas to send that one back. Weber sets it over. Lambert to Vanningen to Thomas. They're going to try it again. Defended by Gonzalez, but Tucker Lambert will not be sent away there. O'Toole serving with a 2-point lead. Gonzalez sprawling out. Polanski a back set for Stahl. There's Armstrong in the back row for Benedictine. From a crouch position, Vanningen sets up Lambert. Dug out by Gonzalez. And it is Ben Weber collecting the kill on the far side of the floor. Hendry in for Golansky, the freshman, to serve. Cardenas, Vanningen, sneak attack, Point Eagles. You'll see setters go to that move every once in a while. Vanningen doesn't do it a whole lot, but it works to perfection when he does. He'll now serve with an 8-6 lead. A hard serve to the back row, Gonzalez. Hendry for Stahl. And Armstrong going to try his luck right to Hendry. Gonzalez bumps it. Looking for Stahl. Somehow is over with the Eagles. Cal Lutheran survives that. Trying to get around the block, Lambert. He's unsuccessful in the middle for Wilcox. Deflected to Cardenas. Vanningen keeps it alive. Lambert defended by Gonzalez. It is Cooper who will finish off the rally with a point for the Kingsmen. 9 kills for Jordan Cooper in the match. Ben Weber to serve. It'll be Radomski to Vanningen off the serve. Armstrong gets one back for Benedictine. Pounding it through a block there was Armstrong. Feudner's in to serve. Hendry behind him for Stahl. Defended by Feudner. Cardenas a high setup on the near side for Chris Radomski, but all over that one is Michael Stahl. Matthew Wilcox to serve, a chance for the Kingsmen to tie this setup at 9 apiece. Cardenas to Vanningen, Radomski yet again turned away. Hurek and Stahl were there. Back-to-back Kingsmen points. Grazing the net now to play. Eagles the first at 10 in this third set. Air back in to serve. Eagles looking to garner any momentum they can gather here in this third set. They had to come back and take set 2. Hendry to Hurek, defended by Vanningen. Cross-court set up from Armstrong to Radomski, works to perfection. Eagles lead by 2. That one grazing the net. Gonzalez stays with it. Stall from Hendry. That one stays in play. Stahl's 12th kill of the match makes it 11-10. It will be Stahl serving. Stahl off the net. Cardenas has to lay out to keep it alive. Radomski over. Golansky. Defended by Cardenas on that attack from Cooper. It is Armstrong now winding up and collecting the kill. Nice pop out of the gym, too, after Armstrong collected the point. Eagles lead by 2. Weber the first to play that Armstrong serve. Cardenas with the dig. Vanningen sets it over. It'll be Gonzalez. Cooper going to try it again. Floating it right to Chris Radomski. Vanningen for Armstrong. Defended by Weber. Front row saying no to that Cooper attack. Gonzalez setting it over. Armstrong there to play it. O'Toole, light touch from Vanningen. Point Eagles. The lengthy rally goes to Benedictine. Owen O'Toole's 4th kill of the match. Aiden Godfrey, sophomore outside hitter, in for the first time this match for Cal Lutheran. It is Cooper Armstrong remaining as Benedictine server. Godfrey now playing in his 7th set of the season. Played in one of the 5 sets last night against Dominican. Delansky for Stahl. Down to Anita play it. Was Armstrong. Nothing can be done there on that attack. It is Godfrey serving for the first time. Has 4 aces this season. First year with Cal Lutheran, was a part of the Moore Park College program a year ago with Braden Gonzalez. It's his first serve of the night, goes into the net. Lambert in for Feudner. Radomski serving with a 3-point Eagle lead. Radomski off the net. Gonzalez to a knee. Golansky setting up York in the middle. With the right there is Chris Radomski. Right at the net for Tucker Lambert. Who are they going to give the point to? It is Cal Lutherans. A little bit of delay on that call. Kingsmen get one back. They trail by 2. Cardenas to Vanningen, right at the net again for Lambert over the top. Point Eagles. Sticks with it, good discipline. Has his 9th kill of the match, and it's 15-12 Benedictine. O'Toole to serve. O'Toole goes into the net. Keaton Hendry serving. Rotating in and out with Golansky as the setter throughout the match for the Kingsmen. Is Vanningen flying in. Radomski. It was deflected by Cal Lutheran, or was it not? Yes, it was. Point Eagles, 16-13 the score. Vanningen serving. Michael Stahl turned away, but a little too much on that one from Armstrong. Back down to Ben Weber serving for Cal Lutheran. Lambert, right on cue. He'll head out for Feudner as the server. Tucker to Lambert. Double-digit kills now with 10 on the match. Xander Feudner give Benedictine the run they need right now. He sends that one out of play. Wilcox serving for Cal Lutheran. Feudner remains next to Cardenas. Good defense in the back row for Benedictine. There is Jordan Cardenas. Vanningen for Armstrong. Oh, so consistent on the outside. Cooper Armstrong. Trading blows back and forth. Eagles lead 18-15. At the net for Hendry. Hurek. No, instead it's set over. Vanningen to Armstrong. Dug out by Keaton Hendry. High set up from Weber on the near side. Stahl on the defense there. Vanningen. Is Radomski on the near side. Big kill there for Benedictine. 13 for Radomski on the match. Timeout, Kingsman. 19-15. In the third set, Ben U leads the match 2-0. We'll be back in 60 seconds from the Dan in Ada Rice Center. Connor here remains the server out of the timeout for Benedictine. The Eagles, a 4-point lead, 19-15. Late into this third set, they lead the match 2-0 against the number 4 ranked team in the country, California Lutheran Kingsman. Andy Occam returning to you from the Dan and Ada Rice Center. Thank you as always for tuning in to tonight's presentation of Benedictine men's volleyball. We got another one tomorrow night, Saturday night, 7 o'clock against Loris. Boris Hurek with the kill out of the timeout. But before tomorrow night's volleyball match, 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock, the men and women's basketball teams. Some conference action against the Lakeland Muskies. All right here on the campus of beautiful Benedictine University. Is Michael Stahl serving for the Kingsmen. He'll go right to Jordan Cardenas. Vanningen set over by Armstrong. It'll be Golansky. That attack from Aiden Godfrey was deflected. Back-to-back points for Cal Lutheran. It's not going to be easy for Ben U if they want to close out this third set, that's for sure. Vanningen setting up Radomski on the near side, dug out by Gonzalez. Stahl again, staying with it, Feudner. Vanningen with the right, once again sent over by Armstrong. In the middle for Hurek, right there was Vanningen. Cardenas, a back set for Radomski who floats it over. Golansky finds Weber in the middle, and what a pancake from Radomski to keep it alive. But the rally still goes to Cal Lutheran. Another kill for Aiden Godfrey. And a timeout taken by Benedictine. 3 straight points from Cal Lutheran. As we go back and forth, 19-18. We'll keep it here for this timeout from the Dan and Ada Rice Center. Doesn't get much better than this, some Friday night volleyball. As we look at the key contributors, the team stats, how things have lined up here in this third set, neck and neck. Got to bring out the ties and lead changes as well through the first two sets. As mentioned, set one had to go beyond the 25th point, 29-27, favor of the Eagles. 14 ties, 6 lead changes. The second set, 8 ties and 5 lead changes. Here we are in set 3. Teams nearly similar in hitting percentages. The Eagles at 290, Cal Lutheran at 267. An ace for the Kingsmen. 13 kills on 31 total attacks for the Eagles. 10 kills on 30 total attacks for Cal Lutheran. It is still Stahl serving out of the timeout for Cal Lutheran. He's on the floor with the libero Gonzalez, along with Weber, Godfrey, Delansky, and Hurek. It is the libero Cardenas on for Benedictine, along with Armstrong, Feudner, Radomski, O'Toole, and Spencer Vanningen. Down to a need to play it is Feudner. And Cooper Armstrong from Spencer Vanningen. Nice use of the timeout there by Mike Stevens. Eagles the first to 20. They lead by 2. Armstrong's 14th kill of the night, and he'll serve. Spinning that one up, Armstrong. Galansky in the middle for Godfrey. His 3rd kill in just the last handful of rallies. Cooper will check in for Godfrey and serve. Haven't seen a lot of Jordan Cooper as of late. Chance for the Kingsmen to tie it. Goes right to Cardenas. Radomski from Vanningen, the cross-court kill. 14 now for Radomski on the match. The Eagles back up 2. We Lambert in for Xander Feudner. Radomski to serve. Big start for Radomski. Gonzalez plays it off the forearm. And there will be no return. A hard-to-play serve from Radomski leads to a 3-point Eagle lead. 22-19. Can Ben Yu seal the deal and take this one 3-0 against the number 4 team in the nation? Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in 60 seconds here in Lisle. Out of the timeout, it's still Chris Radomski serving for Benedictine. He's on the floor with Cooper Armstrong, Spencer Vanningen, Owen O'Toole, Tucker Lambert, and Jordan Cardenas. 2-0 Ben Yu in the match in set 3. It's 22-19 Eagles. Andy Ockham returning to you here in the broadcast booth from the Dan and Ada Rice Center. And what a win this would be if the Eagles can hold on in this third set. If we've learned anything, these Kingsmen won't go down without a fight. Off the serve, it's Gonzalez. To the middle for Hurek. Defended by Radomski. Good work by Cardenas to keep it off the floor. A free ball from Vanningen. And Cooper immediately sent back by Lambert. A good rally brewing here. Armstrong to Vanningen. It'll be Tucker Lambert. Point Eagles. Kill number 10 for Lambert. Eagles are 2 points away. Radomski taking his time. His high toss per usual. And a line drive serve just out of play. A good run with Radomski serving. Boris Hurek serving. It's the exact same score we had in the second set, except it was flipped. And the Eagles got the final 5 points to steal it. It'll be Lambert here right at the net, skying over. Golansky on the far side for Weber. Back-to-back Kingsman points. Mike Stevens went to the official on the near side asking how many timeouts the Eagles had left. We have on record that they got both of them, so wouldn't be shocked. Cal Lutheran takes this rally if a timeout is called by the Eagles. Goes to Radomski, right at the net. Vanningen wins that battle. It's on the Cal Lutheran side. Weber with the right, deflected. Armstrong flying in. Cardenas will set up Lambert again here on the near side. Golansky back to Weber, turned away, but out of play. And Mike Stevens will take that timeout here. Still one left for the Eagles. 3 straight for Cal Lutheran, 23-22. The score will keep it here for the remaining 65 seconds of this timeout. What a match we've had here tonight, just in the third set. As mentioned earlier in the broadcast, both these teams went to 5 sets last night. Cal Lutheran in River Forest against Dominican, they took that 3-2. Eagles losing 3-2 to Baldwin Wallace after leading the first 3 sets 2-1. Venue hitting .333 up to this point. 297 the mark for Cal Lutheran. Had some fun individual performances tonight as well. Michael Stahl, 12 kills on 34 total attacks, hitting .206 for the Kingsmen. 28 assists for Keaton Hendry. 38 assists on the venue side for Spencer Vanningen. 3 different Eagles have double-digit kills. 16 for Chris Radomski, 14 for Cooper Armstrong, and now 10 on 20 total attacks, hitting .350 is Tucker Lambert. It is still Boris York serving out of the timeout, an opportunity to tie this set up at 23 apiece. And goes to Armstrong in the back row. Vanningen for Lambert. Out of play. 4 straight for Cal Lutheran. They have tied it. Cardenas. Vanningen trying to muscle it over himself. It'll be Cooper to bump. Vanningen to Tucker Lambert. Set and match point in place right now for Benedictine. Who else in this set but Tucker Lambert? And it is Owen O'Toole serving for the Eagles. Here we go. Trey Samaras looking to the crowd. Trying to be as quiet as possible in this gym. O'Toole, right to Cooper. Golansky to Weber. Similar to set 1, will go beyond the 25th point here in set 4. Is Keaton Hendry in to serve. Should say, currently in set 3. Hendry, that one stays alive off the net. Vanningen right back to Lambert, who gets it over with the left. Hendry to the middle. Jordan Cooper with the kill. Advantage Cal Lutheran. It's Cardenas to receive. Lambert gets it back from Vanningen. Hendry on that one. Is Gonzalez for Ben Weber, turned away. Once again, Gonzalez to Stahl. Cal Lutheran forces a 4th set. 26-24. We'll be back in 2.5 minutes on the campus of Benedictine University for more non-conference men's volleyball action. We've gone beyond the 25th point in 2 of the 3 sets here tonight. It's 2-1. Benedictine against Cal Lutheran here from the Dan in Ada Rice Center. Andy Ackerman joining you here in the broadcast booth. 26-24 Kingsman. In the third set, forcing set 4. It'll be Xander Feudner serving for the Eagles to begin this fourth set. He's on the floor with the libero Jordan Cardenas, Spencer Vandingen, Cooper Armstrong, Chris Radomski, and Jacob Thomas. Both teams hit pretty well in that third set. Eagles hit 279, 333 for Cal Lutheran. They trailed 23-19 at one point. The Kingsmen coming back and forcing a fourth set. We'll see where it goes from here. Feudner right away finding Gonzalez, set to the middle. It is Matthew Wilcox collecting the first point of this fourth set. Ben Weber, the first to serve for Cal Lutheran in this fourth set. Finds Cardenas. Vandegen a back set. Armstrong. And that rejection from Jordan Cooper out of play. Each team trading points to begin this fourth set. Lee Connor here in to serve. Middle Hendry back to Stahl, who has his 14th kill of the match. Him and Cooper with double-digit kills. Jordan Cooper with 10. 16 for Chris Radomski leading the way on the Benedictine side. Wilcox to the back row with Feudner. Fanning in a front set for Radomski. Weber picking his spot with Stahl, who has back-to-back points. No libero for Cal Lutheran in this rally. The last 2 rallies make it with Gonzalez out on the bench. Feudner to the middle. It'll go to Armstrong. Back from Vandingen. That one out of play. Armstrong with an ace in the match already. That one to the middle for Hurick. And that one is down. Back-to-back Eagle points, ties it at 3. Armstrong on his career entering tonight. 31 aces. He's accounted for over 460 points. Going pure velocity on this one. Played by Gonzalez on the far side. Stahl again. He's got his 3rd kill of the set. Golansky in for Hendry. And Stahl is serving. Feudner the first one there. Vandingen for Radomski, who floats it over. Immediate response by the front row of the Kingsmen. Radomski will try his luck again, working around the block, and Gonzalez a fantastic defensive play to keep the rally alive. Vandingen at the net. It'll be a net violation on Cal Lutheran. We are tied at 4. Braden Gonzalez has been everywhere and anywhere that head coach Kevin Judd has needed him to be tonight. That fantastic effort, just showing what he's been able to do for the visitors this evening, as Chris Radomski will serve for the Eagles. Line drive serve to Cooper in the back row. He'll get it right back from Golansky. 11th kill of the match for Jordan Cooper. A high toss from Cooper. Out of play, we're tied. O'Toole serving for the Eagles. He's got 4 kills and 3 digs tonight. The junior from Henderson, Nevada. Right to Cooper. Horrick in the middle. That one off the hand of Radomski. Frustrated is Chris that he got a handout on that one. Horrick off the net. Back and forth. It's Spencer Vanningen serving. Just out of play. Hendry back in for Golansky, and Keaton Hendry will serve. Hendry had 47 assists last night to go with 15 digs and 3 total blocks played in all 5 sets. Was an asset, multiple aspects of that matchup. The Cardenas to gather. Flying in, Chris Radomski. "17 kills for Radomski at 13 last night. It was him and Armstrong on Saturday against North Central that shouldered the load offensively to avoid a reverse sweep from the Cardinals. Gonzalez misplays that serve, but it's still alive for Stahl. Not touched by the Eagles. Good body control there from Jordan Cardenas to give Bennu the lead. Feuder narrowly getting that one over. Hendry at the net for Weber, turned away. It's still with the Kingsmen. Stahl, big swing of the right, dug out by Cardenas. Vanningen up for Radomski. Stahl plays and gets away. Jordan Cooper denied. JT Thomas and Chris Radomski with the pressure. Thomas and Radomski say, meet me at the net and don't be late. 2-point Eagle lead, a chance for them to be the first to 10 in this 4th set. Wilcox stumps it right off for Radomski. Chris Radomski's not going to have an easier attack than that one tonight. It'll go to Gonzalez, the serve from Feuder. Stahl on the near side, deflected. Sanders able to get a handout on it. Goes straight back. It's the 17th kill for number 17, Michael Stahl, who's hitting .298 on the season entering tonight. Vanningen into the middle for Thomas. Just what Benedictine needed. Thomas is a force in the middle, just his 2nd kill of the evening. He's averaging a block per set, though, entering tonight. And when he does hit, he hits well. .417 is hitting percentage on the campaign. 11-8, Benedictine. Connor here to serve off the bench. It'll go to Jordan Cooper. Out to get that one. Hendry back to Cooper on the near side. Radomski up for Cooper. Armstrong deflected, trying to work around the block. Remains with the Kingsmen to the middle for Wilcox, who collects the point. 3rd kill of the match for Matthew Wilcox. He'll head back to serve. Thomas back into the match for Benedictine in the spot of here, who will head out for the libero Cardenas. Feuder down to a knee to play the serve. Vanningen a back set for Cooper. Armstrong, point Eagles. And Cooper Armstrong back to serve. Right man to have serving. Hendry sets it up for Stahl. Does stay in play. Point Kingsmen, they're in double digits. toss from Stahl. Gathered by Cardenas. Vanningen to a running O'Toole. Dumped it right in for Radomski. All defense for Cal Lutheran thus far in the rally. Vanningen, sneak attack. He's done it again. It'll be Lambert in for Feudner. Radomski serving. 3-point Eagle lead. It'll be Weber the first on that serve. Stahl sent back by Lambert. An open spot on the floor was found. Not surprised the fourth set has been just as entertaining as the other three. Cardenas having to go down to get that serve. It's Lambert who's turned away by Boris York. Back-to-back points for Cal Lutheran and a chance with Jordan Cooper serving to tie the set up at 13. It goes to Cardenas. Vanningen out on the far side for Lambert, defended by Gonzalez. Right at the net, ends up back with Cal Lutheran. It is Weber setting it over, 13-13. Line drive serve from Cooper. How about Armstrong and Lambert? Defending it well. Yorick in the middle, sent away. Lambert for Vanningen coming in. Radomski floats it perfectly. Lead back with Benedictine. 14-13. Owen O'Toole will serve for the Eagles. Back to Gonzalez. Setting up Weber for the kill. And Weber now with 10 kills on the match. Boris York serving. Radomski in the back row. Vanningen a back set for Thomas. Rejected by Weber. Cal Lutheran building momentum in this fourth set. Vanningen in the middle. He's going to elect to go to Tucker Lambert, who caught Jordan Cooper flat-footed. 12th kill of the match for Lambert. It is Spencer Vanningen serving. We're tied at 15. Wilcox in the middle, Cardenas to defend. Vanningen set over by Radomski. Golansky to Wilcox, he won't be denied this time. Keaton Hendry in to serve in the spot of Gavin Golansky. Radomski. Now Tucker Lambert from Vanningen. We're tied at 16. Hendry front setting. How about Jordan Cardenas to keep it alive for Chris Radomski, who finishes off the point. All set up on the defensive play from Jordan Cardenas. 20th kill of the match for Radomski. Advantage Benedictine. Wilcox over. Cardenas taking his time to set up Armstrong, who's sent back. A miscommunication, nobody there. It's happened a couple times for the Eagles tonight. Bites them in the tail here. We're tied at 17. Server is Ben Weber. Down to a knee to play it is Cardenas. Radomski to Spencer Vanningen. A net violation. Gives Cal Lutheran the lead with back-to-back points. Vanningen, instead of Thomas, Radomski will get it over. Stahl will get it back, a cross-court kill. Singling out Xander Feudner in the back row. A timeout taken by Benedictine. 3 straight points for Cal Lutheran, has them ahead 19-17 in this fourth set. Don't go anywhere, we'll be back at 60 seconds here in Lisle. Ben Weber remains the server for Cal Lutheran out of the timeout. The Kingsmen have the advantage on the Eagles right now in the fourth set of this match, 19-17. 2-1 in favor of Benedictine as Weber floats that one over. Radomski collecting a much-needed point for Bennu on the way back. Andy Ockham returning to you here for this presentation of Benedictine Athletics. We got 3 of them tomorrow. 2 basketball and another men's volleyball contest. Connor here will check in to serve, and we'll look to tie this matchup at 19. The Bennu men and women hoops squads will take on Lakeland at 1 o'clock and 3:15. For men's volleyball has the Loris Duhawks, ranked 11th in the nation, at 7 tomorrow night. Lee Vanningen on the Bennu side for Radomski, deflected by the front row. Henry to Cooper. Down to plate is Vanningen. Here, setting up Armstrong. Was not deflected. Cal Lutheran the first to 20 in this fourth set. Lee Thomas in for Benedictine, who will head out for Cardenas. The server on the Cal Lutheran side is Matthew Wilcox. Here's Xander Feudner. O'Toole, a quick set to the middle from Spencer Vanningen. Cooper Armstrong serving for Benedictine now. 5th kill of the match for Owen O'Toole. Armstrong into the net. Tough break for the Eagles, who still have that 2-point deficit with Michael Stahl set to serve for Cal Lutheran. Vanningen for Radomski on the far side. Stahl setting up Cooper, turned away. And how about Gonzalez, but dumped right in by Radomski. It's a great effort. Another one in this fourth set from Braden Gonzalez to keep the rally alive. Chris Radomski there. Chance for Bennu to tie it. It is Radomski serving, 21-20 our score. Gonzalez again down to the shoestrings. Battle at the net. It's on the Benue side. Armstrong for Lambert. Turned away. Vanningen with the left. Almost did it again. Now Spencer Vanningen with the right. Sends it out. Trying to say it was deflected. But it was not. 22-20. Jordan Cooper serving for Cal Lutheran. Armstrong. Vanningen to O'Toole. All power for the junior Owen O'Toole. His second kill of the set. Benue back trailing by one, and it is O'Toole serving. O'Toole narrowly getting that one over to Gonzalez. Weber with the right point. Kingsman. 11th kill of the match for Ben Weber. The server now for the visitors is Boris Yorick. Is Armstrong the first one on it. Vanningen setting up Tucker. Lambert turned away by Ben Weber. Set point for the Kingsmen. Timeout Eagles. 24-21 will keep it here. Eagles a commanding 2-0 lead in the match. Could be completely erased here in this next rally. Overall, a fantastic match to watch tonight if you've tuned in at any point. But in this fourth set, the Kingsmen hitting .400 as a team. .257 the hitting percentage for Benue, each team with 2 service errors. On the individual side, Michael Stahl hitting .283 with 19 kills. Jordan Cooper with 11, same to be said for Ben Weber. 35 assists for Keaton Hendry. 51 helpers for Spencer Vanningen on the Benue side. 23 kills on 52 total attacks for their leading attacker, Chris Radomski, who's hitting .308. Cooper Armstrong's got 17 kills to his name, and Tucker Lambert has 13. The 2 aces in the match for Benue. One belongs to Radomski, the other to Armstrong. 2 aces for Cal Lutheran from Parker Brown and Jordan Cooper. Boris Yorick serving out of the timeout still. Benue with their backs against the ropes here in the fourth set. Yorick, an ace. For the second straight night here in the Dan and Ada Rice Center, we'll go to a 5th set. Both of these teams now will play in a 5th set in each of the last 2 nights. 21-25. The final. We'll be back in 2.5 minutes for the 5th and final set here tonight in Lisle from the Dan and Ada Rice Center. A fifth and final set is needed for the second straight night in Lisle. Cal Lutheran 25-21 in set 4. That's why we need 15 more points, or possibly more, to determine a victor here this evening. Andy Yockum on the beautiful campus of Benedictine University, welcoming you back to the broadcast. Eagles took the opening two sets, 29-27, 25-23. Third set saw Cal Lutheran victorious. We also had to go beyond the 25th point in that set. 26-24 was the final. The Kingsmen looking to extend their winning streak to 7 and improve to 8-1 on the season. Ben Weber, the first to serve. Just getting that one over. Rally remains with Benedictine. Cooper Armstrong goes with the left this time. Dug out by Hendry. It'll be Thomas from Vanningen for the fifth set's first point. Cal Lutheran, as mentioned, hit 400 in that fourth set, and they needed it the most. Then you hit 257. 11 ties, 4 lead changes in that fourth set. Connor here will check in, the freshman to serve for Benedictine. Cooper will get it right back from Hendry. Turned away by Armstrong and O'Toole. The double block gives back-to-back Eagle points here in this fifth set. Gonzalez the first one there on the serve. Front set, Cooper on third touch. Radomski right at the net. For Armstrong, it's out of play. First point for Cal Lutheran here in set 5. Matthew Wilcox, the next server for the Kingsmen. He'll go right to Jordan Cardenas. Armstrong from Vanningen. 18th kill of the match for Cooper Armstrong. He'll head back to serve for the Eagles. Armstrong gliding that one over. Hendry, a back set for Stahl and a vicious kill. 3-2, Stahl serving. Cardenas. Radomski, the cross-court kill. Per usual, credit the assist to Spencer Vanningen. 24th kill of the match for Radomski. The sub on the Bennu side is Lambert for Feudner. Chris Radomski to serve. Too much on that one from Radomski. A point back to the Kingsmen. Armstrong receiving. Vanningen to Lambert. Turned away by Boris York. Back-to-back points for the Kingsmen. We're tied at 4. Cooper, an ace. His second of the match. And back-to-back aces for Cooper. All power there. And a timeout taken by Benedictine. 4 straight points for the Kingsmen at 6-4. Will return in 60 seconds here in the fifth set from the Dan and Ada Rice Center. Jordan Cooper, back-to-back aces for Cal Lutheran, forcing a Ben U timeout here in the fifth and final set of tonight's non-conference men's volleyball match. Armstrong handles this serve. It is Lambert on the outside, defended by Cooper. Stahl with the right, dug out by Radomski. They go back to Armstrong on the near side. Pancake, nicely done by Gonzalez. And it is Michael Stahl with the kill. 5 straight Cal Lutheran points. They lead by 3. Defending national champs looking to reverse sweep the Eagles here tonight on their home floor. Cooper right to Radomski. Vanningen for Lambert, defended by Gonzalez. It'll be Stahl again on the far side. Back-to-back kills for Michael Stahl. 8-4, sides will switch here in the fifth set. Momentum all to the visitors right now. It is still Jordan Cooper's serve after the side switch. And off the net. Eagles get a much needed point back. Cardenas out for this rally. O'Toole will serve for Benedictine. And into the net, each team trading service errors. York, the serve for Cal Lutheran, set up perfectly for Ben Weber. 10-5. York to the bat row with Cardenas. Vanningen setting up Radomski. That miss hit right into the net. Timeout Eagles. We will keep it here through this 60-second break. Ben U trailing by 6. Cal Lutheran 4 points away from taking the match. 22 kills, 50 total attacks for Michael Stahl, leading the way for both teams tonight, hitting .320. Ben Weber has 12 kills on 23 total attacks, a .435 hitting percentage. Cooper with 11 kills and 2 big aces here in this fifth set. He's got 3 on the match, 37 assists for their primary setter, Keaton Hendry. For the Eagles, 52 assists for their primary setter, Spencer Vanningen. Chris Radomski having 24 kills on 54 total attacks. Should say he is leading the match, hitting .296. Cooper Armstrong with 17 kills. 13 kills for Tucker Lambert. Now the timeout is still his. Boris York serve. York with the right over to Cardenas. Vanningen on the near side for Tucker Lambert. There's Wilcox. Getting that one from Golansky. It's denied. Still with the Eagles. Sent over by Lambert. And nobody there. Tucker Lambert gets one back. It's Vanningen serving. That one perfectly placed by Spencer Vanningen. It is 11-7. Hooper, the first one there on that serve to the middle for Wilcox. It stays in play. Hendry back in for Golansky. He'll serve. It's 12-7 Kingsman. Radomski in the back row to Vandigan. Chris will get it right back. Sprawling out is Gonzalez. Wilcox out on the far side for Weber. First one there for the Eagles is Cardenas. Lambert rejected by Ben Weber. Point, Kingsman. They're 2 away from taking the match. Jordan Cardenas to Spencer Vandigan in the middle for Thomas off the body of Keaton Hendry and on the Eagles side. There's Lambert again. How about Gonzalez clearing it? Radomski to Vandigan. Lambert. They try once more, and they succeed. Tucker Lambert's 14th kill of the match. He'll head out for the server, Xander Feudner. Cal Lutheran will take a timeout. It is 13-8 Kingsman. Overall in the match, Cal Lutheran hit 286 as a team, all 5 sets. Bennu hitting 230, each team with 59 assists, 65 kills for the Eagles, 63 for the Kingsmen. Each team with 16 service errors, 9 aces between the two squads, 5 of them to the Kingsmen, 4 to the Eagles. 15 total blocks for Cal Lutheran, 12 for Benedictine. 61 digs for the Eagles, 58 on the Cal Lutheran side. Overall, just 8 points separation in the match, 112 points to Cal Lutheran, 104 to Benedictine. As mentioned, the scores are as files. The opening 4 sets, 29-27, I should say, Benedictine. 25-23 Eagles to go up 2 sets to none. Then back-to-back set victories for Cal Lutheran at 26-24 and 25-21. It's currently 13-8 Xander Feudner serving for the Eagles. Feudner right to Braden Gonzalez. And Michael Stahl slams one home. His 21st kill. It is set in match point for the Kingsmen. Weber, the server, goes to a sliding Cardenas. Vandigan for Radomski. Right there on it is Hendry. Stahl to finish off the reverse sweep. Cal Lutheran keeps their winning streak now at 7. They improved to 8-1 on the season. Bennu falls to 3-3. Each team playing 5-set matches in 2 straight nights. Opening set, 29-27 Eagles. Set 2, 25-23 Eagles. 26-24 in set 3 to the Kingsmen. 25-21 in the 4th set to Cal Lutheran, and the Kingsmen finish it off 15-8. In set 5, we got 3 games tomorrow here in Lisle. Men's and women's basketball at 1 and 3:15. NACC action against the Lakeland Muskies. And then men's volleyball for a 3rd straight night at 7 o'clock. We'll take on the number 11th ranked Loris Duhawks. Thanks so much for tuning in to this presentation of Benedictine men's volleyball. I'm Andy Ockham signing off from the Dan and Ada Rice Center. Have a fantastic rest of your evening.